Y254 Imagine.
And we are back. We are back. Thank you for staying with us. As promised, we are now having the conversation on cybersecurity in the digital age. And joining us for this particular conversation is an expert. He's been here before. He's the CEO of Pizza Technologies. I know him as Keith. Keith, karibu sana. Please introduce yourself better. I know you have many titles that you hold, so this is your camera.
So, niseme kila kitu?
As you please.
As I please. Aha. So, my name is Keith Baraka Kaunda. I am a software engineer. I am a cybersecurist. I have opened a company inaitwa Pizza Technologies. Started in 2019, still running strong till date. We do software, system, apps, websites. We do cybersecurity, pen testing for companies, and so have you. I said a software engineer. I am a Sunday school teacher in church also, and I love God very, very much.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
That's new. I've now just discovered one interesting thing about Keith. Awesome, awesome. So for the purposes of this conversation, we'll go by you being the cybersecurist, yeah? Now, when we look at cybersecurity, for someone who doesn't even understand what cybersecurity is, how would you explain that? How would you explain cybersecurity?
For someone who doesn't understand it, it is keeping safe within your digital devices.
Keeping safe within your digital devices in the simplest way, in a relatable way. What happens, like nini inafanyikanga ndio unajua your security has been compromised? Real life examples.
Real life examples. You're making a call, a random call to someone, and then usikie there is imenyamaza kidogo kidogo, and then there is static in the background. Unasikika.
Okay. So I'm making a call to someone, and then nasikika.
You're making a call to someone. It was just a normal call, and then menyamaza, and you're like, hello, what's going on? And then the person comes back, but when they come back, there is also some static, like shh, kuna yenye inaendelea na uko nyuma. That's what is happening. Hapo unasikika, na most likely kuna tu mtu ametap into your call to listen to something.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that, so I'll be more keen on my calls, so people can tap to your calls. All right, and even the other party might not even know about it. Mtu tu ameingia
hapo katikati, kuna tu mtu.
What about WhatsApp? You know, the hacking and on Facebook, on Instagram. I don't know if it's on Instagram too. Is that also a form?
Yes, it's a form of hacking. It's a form of being intrusive into someone's private life, basically.
Okay. Tell us about the different types of, issues that are there. Like phishing, and explain to us.
So there is DDoS attacks, the denial of service, distributed service. Those ones are sent as packets on websites or on systems to slow down your system. You might think it's just maybe computer may hang or something, but in real life there is someone tapping to see what you're doing.
And we experienced that on eCitizen. Was it last year? So we had the DDoS attack, and people could not access eCitizen. It was down the whole time.
Ilikuwa tu imeenda ikiendanga.
Okay, so that is a DDoS attack. What other attack is there?
There are phishing attacks where cyber criminals they get into your machine to be able to get data from you and blackmail you with that data.
phishing. So literally for fishing in Aspaloa, PH, but
Yes.
now it's literally like fishing.
Yes.
Like fish. So
Yes.
they fish out your information,
Oh, yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then they use it against you. So there's so many examples of this. Is it the case of the that guy from this country, Akimepotea, and the way he was trending, the one who slept with so many people in the Egonga is the one, because his data was retrieved from
somewhere.
Yeah. So that's an example.
That's an example. Or the leakages, unapata umeingia X, unapata this Kenyan has united us. That's a phishing attack that happened somewhere. Uwezi post vitu zingine we mwenyewe.
Yenye uwezi post.
Yeah.
So those are because unite watu, it's a form of phishing attack. So now you know the right terms to use when we're actually addressing these issues, because sometimes people feel like when you're talking about cybersecurity, it's almost very distant from them. Yani mtu relate now, but they're actually things that are there within us.
Ziko tu na wewe kila saa.
Okay, so we have phishing, we have DDoS. Which other one?
We have IoT vulnerabilities, where uko na TV. Your TV is a smart TV. That smart TV, mostly Android, because Apple TV is not exactly very fun. Iko kila mahali. So it's Android TV. Wewe umetulia, you're watching your YouTube. Kidogo kidogo unaona kwa black, imeload. Mtu mwingine ameweka kitu yake.
I've done that to someone. At some point, you know, you connect where you try, even you're not connecting your phone to the TV.
Yes.
So it was in a hotel. So because sijui ni gani, so me I connected. Kumbe, and then inaniambia playing on TV. I'm like, it's not playing on this TV.
On which TV is it playing?
So I think it played on someone else's TV. So that is a type,
an
IoT.
type of IoT, because IoT works with sensors.
And
those sensors are wide, like ni kama Apple tags. So kama ziko kwa TV na hiyo TV iko na wewe, your Android phone, it attract every device that is around that can cast. So you imagine you're watching a movie, but sio wewe unaiona, ni kila mtu around you anaiona.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is very dangerous. Quite something. And is there something that can be done with? Okay, maybe we'll get to the solution later. Are there any other?
There are malwares and viruses.
Malwares and viruses, I think. Yeah.
Those ones are very common.
Yeah.
Umeenda kwa site, umefurahi, umepata hii kitu. Maybe umefungua Alibaba. Ama the latest one I saw was I was buying something from China. So made in China. I opened, nikafurahi, nimeipata for cheap. Let me tell you, that for cheap was equivalent to a virus. Oh. Yes.
How so?
So they usually use a method called steganography. You open a photo, pop-ups, the ads, you open a photo. That photo directs you to somewhere. It redirects you again and again and again. Kidogo kidogo hivi. Kama hauna ad block, maisha yako imesonga hivyo. Like imeenda, ika-attack vitu. Maybe you're downloading something. You have downloaded it. You have it on your machine. Ukifungua, ukirun, get into the roots of your machine. Inaanza kucorrupt data pole pole. And that's a malware. So
you might lose your data.
You will lose
your data.
Yes.
In that process. Because I know a lot of people who watch movies, free movies, different sites, the free sites, kama gani, Industry Gujara, 123 movies, you know those movie sites, and then when you click on the play, it first redirects you. Exactly.
Ndio urudi
tena. So that's not safe.
Yes, that's very, very unsafe.
It's very unsafe.
Yes.
Okay, so hata watu wamezoea inaweza kusumbua at some point. Hata kama you think you're the guru at it. Yeah. So that's malware.
Yeah.
Okay, malware. And if you have an antivirus, does that help?
Hardly.
It doesn't.
There are antiviruses which help, but very many people who don't even want to pay for the pro. The pros help, but no one wants to pay for them.
Okay, so the
At all.
expensive ones are the pros ones,
Yes.
but people are not able to afford or do not want.
Oh, they are
them.
able to afford. Kitu ni $1 per month, surely.
$1 peke yake?
Ni 135 bob per month.
Really?
Yes.
So people are just...
We just don't want to pay for them.
But this is important
Very
if you want to
important.
secure your information or data that you have.
Lakini pia si zote. Si zote. There are some antiviruses that come with the downloads that you do. You don't buy those things. If possible, don't even allow them to install on your machine.
Antivirus?
Yes.
So there are dangerous ones. Which ones are, how would you know, for someone who doesn't know about them? Like, how would you know this is a good antivirus, this one will bring havoc?
Anything that gives you a free without a countdown of days. Ni kisanga tupu.
Okay.
Avast, McAfee, hapana Norton ilikuwa siku hizi iko sawa. But Avast na McAfee, hizo ndio zinatumika zaidi.
Yeah, because they are very popular. So those are bad.
Hizo vitu ni mbaya.
Ni mbaya. Tusitumie Avast na McAfee.
Kama hauna pesa ya antivirus at all and you're using a Windows machine, don't install one. It comes with the machine.
Yeah. Okay. So take note of that. What are some of the other preventative measures? Because now with the antivirus, at least you've mentioned, but for these others, how do you prevent yourself from being a victim?
So you do regular updates.
Sorry?
Regular updates.
Regular updates.
Yeah. So when you have a phone, tuseme iPhone, because sasa sisi ndo watu wa iPhone ndo wanapata the most updates, I think, for the longest time, which is 7 years. An update usually comes up with a change of email, a change of serial number, a change of a lot of things, a change of IP. So if your IP had been caught with maybe the last malware that you got at the time, and then you update at that same time, you will change everything. Therefore, malware itakuwa homeless.
Okay. So does that apply to only the malware attack, or does it also apply to the phishing attack and the others?
It works even for the phishing attacks, but to a specific degree. Kuna place ingine itabidi tu umereset simu.
Rosafi. So, okay. My producer is asking, for those that have been victims, maybe a pesa kwa bank, what does that fall under? Which form of attack is that?
It's a ransomware.
That's a ransomware attack. How does that happen?
Ransomware is where they get to the bank, they steal your data, they use your data to steal cash so that they can go and do some criminal activity.
Okay. So they get my data from the bank, not from me. So they don't steal it from me.
No, they won't get it from you. They will go to the bank directly. Because bank iko na database ya kila mtu.
Okay. Now that brings us to companies now protecting the data of their clients, because they're also prone to these attacks. We've talked at length on the individual forms of attacks, but now speak on the organizations. Are the attacks different, or should they take also different measures in preventing these attacks?
The attacks are same. The preventative measures are different. Yeah.
Tell us about them.
So assuming you've gotten a ransomware, that's actually most of the major attacks zinakuwaga ransomware attacks. Sababu hizo ndo zinachukua tu data ya mtu kila saa. Make sure you have, your company can send two-step verification to everyone who has an account with you. Maybe akona biometrics, akona bado ni macho, akona text inaenda kwa simu, inaenda kwa email. That's the best way to keep your people in integrity. And then ukiweka password, please tuachane na password rahisi. It's not tough. Tuachane na password rahisi.
Tuachane na uneka birthday, sijui uneka jina ya mamako. So those are things that people are using.
Hata iliwaambie Google ikutengenezee password.
Oh really?
It will come up with a password hata wewe hautashika. But save it.
Okay.
Utahitaji.
Oh, someone is asking, what if you forget?
There's always the button of forgot password pale.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
So you just forget password and then you create a new
alafu
password.
you create a new one.
Wakisha kutumia verification. So the two-step verification is important. Yes. But even for individual, at individual level, even for the Facebook accounts, because nowadays they provide that. Even my WhatsApp, it has a, you know,
2FA, yes.
verification. Once in a while, it just asks me to do the
up.
password. Yeah, and they put it in. That helps.
That helps
in
a lot.
Prevent the attacks, right?
Yes.
So for organization, I know that we have the Data Protection Act, right? And there's a lot, but it regulates how the companies use our data.
Yes.
So in the event that data has been stolen from a company through ransomware, will they still face the charges, the laws, you know?
They have to face the laws, because how was your data taken to begin with? What security measure is not there? Mbona haiko? That is how you will end up facing the trouble.
Okay, so you are responsible for protecting the data that you have there, and this applies to, you know, for someone watching a business kake kadogo hailewi kwa nini ana need to comply na Data Protection Act. Just tell us briefly about that.
Kama uko na business yako, hata sio ndogo, hata kubwa. Kuna watu wako na businesses kubwa wenye hawajui anything concerning cyber security and data protection. Number one, if you have a website, make sure it's secure. Pay for those SSLs. The security licenses, pay for them. You need them. If your website is not up to date to the level where you can't pay for them, get someone to do it. Pay him so that he can pay for them, so that you can get that, be secure.
Okay.
This applies for businesses outside there, for the government. It applies even for the church.
Okay.
Imefika hapo.
Hata kwa kanisa.
It applies even for the church.
Okay,
yes.
To keep the data safe
yes.
at all costs. Now, we're talking about the digital age, and I don't want us to miss this. So the digital age, we have a lot of tech revolution. We have AI in the space. So now, how different is cybersecurity now compared to how it was before?
Norma sana. As you see, when you go to Google and you want to do something, it literally will tell you, verify that you're a human being.
Yeah.
Move this puzzle here so that we see you're a human being.
Yeah. Check the roads.
Yeah. Ama this motorcycle.
Yeah.
Vitu kama hizo. Those things that weren't happening at the time, because your time, no one was, the robots were not existing. The AI wasn't there. AI can think on its own. AI learns. That is why your Google Assistant or My Siri or Cortana or Bixby or Copilot ya Microsoft ama ChatGPT, ukikuja uiambie kitu, it knows. Every single time. It always knows what you're doing. It knows where you are. It listens to you. It gives you pop-ups of what you are talking about. Ushaisema kitu and then you're like, acha nifungue simu. And then the first ad that comes
is what you were just thinking about. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how it has been programmed that way.
It listens to you. It understands you. It understands what you want.
So does it pose a threat now?
Yes,
does
it
AI?
does.
What kind of a threat does it pose?
We imagine a situation where uko na system ina learn kila kitu unafanya na wewe huwezi control.
So that's something. And what can be done about it? Because now AI is here to stay. As much as wengine wataki AI, but it's here. So what can be done to mitigate this?
The allowances, the permissions you allow, you give it specified permissions. Usiallow ifanye kila kitu. Yeah.
Okay.
This is sana Android. Ukiona imekwambia allow to make calls, please don't. Please don't.
Okay, so that's it is because it's taking your information.
Yes.
It's using your information. Yes. So because I usually allow only when using this application. Yes. That is good.
Yes.
Not every time. Do not
allow location. Kwanza
location neka off.
Unaweza kujiwa.
Hapo ni kunoma. What about now? You off camera, you told me that you've also studied business intelligence.
Yes.
What is business intelligence and why is this important?
Business intelligence is managing your business in a digital way so that you're able to get to more clients, or you're able to, even with the clients you have, you're able to serve them a bit better. Najua kuna ile ya tunajua vitabu za kuandikia. Tuko na list ya wale watu wenye wametulipa. But when you have a system now entirely, when you have a system, you can just key in the data. And then once you've keyed it in, maybe you keyed it in 2 years ago, in advance pole pole. So it learns your business and then it builds your modules for you.
Okay, so it works for you.
Yes.
For your good. Yeah. So what exactly do you do in that particular area?
I build those systems.
You are the one who builds the systems?
Yes.
Okay, so this helps businesses with efficiency. Now, how does it help in terms of cybersecurity? How does it safeguard data? Does it play any role in cybersecurity?
Yes, it
how?
does. So when I build that system, I'm building it for your clients, or maybe a school system, because that's the latest I have built. So I've built it for your students, for your teachers, for your staff, for your HR, for your finance, kila mtu. And when I have built it, it comes with the passwords.
Yeah.
It comes with the permissions. When it's in there, it's only an admin who can get all the data around it. Hata sio zote. Kuna bado vitu zenye mimi nitaona wewe utaona. And it allows it that way so that in case you have a situation of an insider attack, kitu kama mwalimu ametoa siri amepeleka kwingine, vitu kama hizo, they don't happen because mwalimu ako na data yake ile anaona peke yake ya class yake. Ye haoni ya this other teacher's class, ama ya the principal, ama ya finance, ama vitu kama hizo. Ye haoni hizo, ye anaona yake peke yake.
Okay, so that's security by design. Is it by design?
By design.
By design.
Yes.
All right. Now, what is the future of cybersecurity? How do you see it going with the revolution in the era that we are? How do you see it evolving?
Tumeshafika point yenye tunafungua simu na sura.
Kweli, tumesonga.
Tumekimbia. Sindio? Now, if we imagine tutafika point yenye when we are even accessing our cars, because the computers in our cars are learning. It's an algorithm. It's going with us. So the computers in our cars are learning. They will want to get our verification. Na si funguo itakuwa fingerprint.
Okay.
Funguo inaweza kuwa hakuna mtu hawezi tuanisha funguo.
Anyone can get your key.
Exactly. But kuna venye hiyo chipset, kuna kwa na chipset ndani ya gari, ndani ya funguo ya gari. Now, instead of that chipset, it's going to a place where we are now about to do things keyless, wireless, vitu kama hizo.
All right. And that will need your personal touch, to it, if it's the recognition, biometrics, and that's how tech is growing. And as it grows, I believe it also it will present challenges.
Its own challenges are coming
in the area.
Kama Apple so wamekutana na their first challenge.
Gani?
For the longest, walikuwa wanatumia the best chargers.
True.
Za 15 watts. Alafu watu wengine wako type C. And then iPhone 15 came na EU wakawaambia oya tunataka muende type C bana, enda kuna kitu mtafanya. That was the first one.
Yeah.
And even them, they came up with the best idea on earth. Make MagSafe, wireless charging. Kidogo hivi hizo ports zinakujanga na simu. Zimeenda. Una charge na wireless, una transfer data na wireless through NFC. Hivyo ndo tunataka kuenda.
That is quite interesting, especially hapo kwa charge wireless. I think I would need that for myself. To charge. Yeah. So with that, if there are more challenges, then there are more opportunities. Even as we close on this, so what are the areas that people can explore? Young people that are watching us can explore in this space. Like, are there opportunities that you would advise them to look into? Yeah, tell us about it.
if you want to maybe build yourself, get into coding.
Coding.
Yeah. Ingia tu code. Usiseme ati ni ngumu. Truth be told, ni ngumu.
Kuna kitu rahisi.
Kuna kitu rahisi.
But
get in there.
Iko na opportunity.
Kibao sana.
And this is for even ladies, because you know, for the longest time,
kila mtu.
Haijakuwa na ladies, but yeah, this is for everyone. Okay, thank you very much, Keith. We will just stop right here, but we'll continue with this conversation because I know there's a lot that we can speak about. Because of time constraint, we will put a close here, and maybe you can say a last word if you have any with your social media handles. You're on social media, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so this is where you can talk to them.
Just find me on Keith Blessings on Instagram, or on YouTube at Pizza Technologies. That is it.
All right. Thank you, Keith. That is Keith Baraka, Blessings on social media, and he is the CEO of Pizza Technologies. He's a cybersecurist, software developer, among many other things. We have been talking about cybersecurity in the digital age, and you're encouraged to do coding. Yeah, if you're looking for jobs, usiseme hakuna kazi Kenya, kuna kazi. You only need to put in some effort, and you'll get there. So we take a short break, and then Brian Takwa will be back with the next conversation. Stick with us.